Project 22,160 patrol ships, 4 of which have joined the Black Sea Fleet and 2 others are under construction, will be upgraded, Akbar's Shipbuilding Corporation head Renat Mistakov told TASS on Thursday. The plans envisage modernizing these ships through the upgrade of air defense systems and the installation of missile armament. Their structural design allows for that, he said. Replying to a TASS question about whether a series of Project 22,160 patrol ships would be continued, the Akbar's CEO said that it would be slightly modified. Their current layout may not remain at all. The baseline ship is modular. It is more of a peacetime vessel. But it can be used as the basis to mount new equipment and new armament, the chief executive said. Historically, ships of this project were primarily built to fight piracy when we ensured safe shipping under international law and escorted vessels past Africa in order not to send large ships there. This series was built precisely for that, Mistakov said. This is why we explained to all that as of today these ships are designated to demonstrate the Russian flag. They have all the necessary for that. These ships are noticeable, small in size, feature good seagoing properties and a long range of operation. They were intended to be built before 2010 when we experienced problems and ensured safe shipping. However, they entered service after 2014, closer to the time of the special military operation, he explained. Displacing just 1,300 tons, and at 308 feet long, these vessels sport stealthy features and have a range of 6,000 miles. They can stay at sea for 60 days while housing a crew complement of approximately 80 people. They aren't slowpokes either and can hit speeds of up to 30 knots. The class was designed with a slew of missions in mind, including everything from anti-piracy to counter-terrorism, and even strike and special operations support. But above all else, they are sea control vessels capable of blue water operations just as much as brown water operations. They pack a 57mm A-220M automatic deck gun, a pair of DP-65 grenade launchers, as well as 2 14.5mm guns. A Gibka air defense missile turret that can hold up to 12 Igla surface-to-air point defense missiles is also destined to equip these ships. The system's infrared and telescopic TV sensors can also be used for surveillance. TK-25 and PK-10 countermeasure systems help protect the vessel from threats above and below the sea, as well. The small ship also features a sizable flight deck and a somewhat unique semi-recessed hangar bay that can accommodate a medium multi-purpose helicopter like the Ka-27, 28-29s. This gives the ship over-horizon surveillance, strike, and search and rescue capability. In addition to navigational sensors, the patrol ship's primary sensor system is the Positive Mi-1 3D active surface and air search radar, which has a range against fighter-sized targets of about 75 to 100 miles. The latest compact active and passive sonar systems are also carried along with a pair of rigid-hull inflatable boats that flank each side of the ship's forecastle. These can be used for delivering boarding parties, as tenders, and for other duties. But the most interesting part of the concept is an expansive garage-like area below the helicopter deck where 2 containers can be fitted under overhead swinging doors. This space is flexible and could be used for everything from extra living space for crew or special operations personnel, to launching and recovering small boats and underwater or surface unmanned craft, or even for fitting a containerized drone control center. But the space's primary purpose is to house containerized long-range weapons. A similar concept is being built into Russia's ice-breaking patrol ships intended for Arctic operations, but in the case of the project 22,160 ships, containerized Club N anti-ship and land attack cruise missiles will be the class's primary armament. Other containerized missiles can be switched in and out over time as well. Basically, this gives these relatively small combat vessels the option to take along a credible long-range anti-ship and land attack capability, with the ability to field 8 missiles at once in 2 canisters. Alternatively, 1 canister can be housed with the extra space used for other operations. A pretty capable little ship, right? But Russia is buying the base model. The enhanced version of the Project 22,160 class also features a SHTIL-1 vertical launch missile system between the bridge and the deck gun, packing between a dozen and 2 dozen 9M317ME missiles. Based on advanced derivatives of the SA-11 Buck system, this gives these little ships an area air defense capability, allowing them to protect convoys of vessels and localized areas from air-breathing threats. The missiles have a range of roughly 30 miles and are very loosely analogous to Block I version of NATO's RIM 162 Evolved Sea Sparrow missile. This additional capability would be packed into a vessel displacing roughly 1,700 tons. In comparison, the Freedom class of littoral combat ships, although faster, don't pack anywhere near this must-punch, and they have over double the displacement. They likely cost far more per hull too, basically $500 million each. There is no denying that Russia has a knack for stuffing a lot of combat capability into small vessels, especially as of late. The country's Bayan-class corvettes are especially vicious little ships, having showed off their ability to launch long-range cruise missiles at Syria from the Caspian Sea for the first time in 2015. But the modularity and air defense capabilities of the Project 22,160 boats is particularly attractive, as is their ability to operate in open ocean for long periods of time.